Vikings rocket arm quarterback. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Vikings and the Steelers, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Now a first throw of the afternoon, and the connection is there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Fields. And that will be incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. second down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
He's got a man complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 43 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job of eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job steadying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A turnover is obviously, Charles, always costly, but when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
One play action. Fields nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On the move to his left. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They think they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
To throw on 2nd down, McCarthy. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And here's a handoff out of the gun. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on 3rd down. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. This is fielded at the 27. They'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Vikings to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. Off play action. McCarthy. Man open. That's Anthony Schwartz. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Again, that's Watkins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Now a give to Taylor, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jonathan Taylor, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Fields on 1st down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Parker, I think this one won't arrive very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is
he's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, 27 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Justin Fields going to lead his offense back out. He's been picked off twice in this ball game already. And they'll try to sort things out here as they begin with the 1st down. They begin with Henry. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third down, Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. McCarthy throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schwartz. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Off play action. McCarthy. He's got a man. Complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 51 yards. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? The quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Back to throw. McCarthy. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Albert Okwuegbunam there to make the grab. And the Vikings are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And a route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
On 1st down, Fields. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 38, Fields. And complete to Drake London. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. step, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and they will remain well behind.
And now two problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And it bangs off the right upright. No good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Off the play fake. McCarthy. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Fields. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Fields, he'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Hands it off out of the gun, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Fields eluding the pressure right. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Play action. It's Fields. Oh, what a move. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down. Henry up the middle. And he's got it down to the 28. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after it.
They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Derrick Henry, 24 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Off play action. McCarthy. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. They're going to try and throw. He's got a man complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Off the play fake. McCarthy firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. 2nd and 2. Off play action. McCarthy. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. The How can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On first down, it's Fields. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. Here's Fields. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Back to throw. Fields. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Steelers on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. With this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Off the play fake. McCarthy. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about...
Fields hit and the ball is loose. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Chase Young in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd and 10, Fields. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 29,
Fields finding space at the 40.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Now it's Fields.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Aiden Hutchinson in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
One last throw here for Fields.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.